Hello everybody, we are back with another throwback review for a older movie.
Yes, we are.
What are you doing?
Chilling.
What did you watch?
The Cuckoo Nest.
Yes.
Cuckoo. Hi.
We watched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which released in 1975. Yeah, this was a movie starring Jack Nicholson as a convict.
But why is he in a mental ward is the question.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're trying to see if he's, actually crazy or if he's just faking it to get out of actual prison. So yeah, his character basically befriends some of the people there, even though they actually are crazy. The other people there are crazy. And then, he just tries to befriend them and also show them a good time. He takes them out of the prison. They go on like a bus ride. Like he hijacks the bus somehow and they just go to a boat and go fishing.
So at the beginning, you meet everybody. You meet all the side characters that he's going to come in contact with and meet and eventually show them a good time. But you're also going to meet clearly the villain of the film, or as the film goes on,
Fletcher?
Yes, Lois Fletcher. May she rest in peace.
Yeah, she's playing the nurse.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she does a damn fine job of playing the nurse. Because initially how it starts is that she seems kind of nice-ish, but you can tell there's something off about her. Yeah. But then as the movie goes on, you realize she's a manipulative, vindictive, petty bitch. She's just a terrible person. And she kind of reminds me of teachers that I had. She was a good metaphor for me. Looking back at my childhood, man, I really hate this woman. But the actress herself, she did an amazing job putting this character into life with her mannerisms, her subtleness, and like how she looks at all the inmates.
Yeah. Didn't you also think she was kind of attractive, Eddy?
Oh yeah, no, she was, yeah.
Oh really?
For like a however old lady she was at the time this movie being made, yeah, good looking lady.
What about her assistant nurse lady? That was kind of weird.
No. This movie honestly surprised me because I'd never seen this movie before. This was one of Bailey's favorite movies, and he said this is the best that he's ever seen Jack Nicholson, and I have to agree. This is the best I've seen Jack Nicholson. He absolutely kills it in this movie. He's charming, he's endearing, and also it's just fun to see him look after these boys. He's almost like an older brother dad to these guys.
Yeah.
Like, shows them a good time, like, sticks up for them sometimes, and try to give them a fun time.
Definitely going to be a lot more briefer than our other reviews because, again, we really like this movie, so there's not really much to, complain about. Mm-hmm. It's just a really well-done movie. It's almost a perfect film. I can't really think of anything to nitpick at. That's why I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. It's just great. Like, there's one scene in the movie where Jack Nicholson's character wants to do wants everyone to see the ball game.
Yeah.
Right? And the nurse lady's like,
well, we need to be able to cast a vote now.
She's just messing around with that because she still wants control. He tries to get votes in, and he just needs one more vote. So he goes to, like, a bunch of other people that were mentioned, and then she's like,
well, yeah, I'll give you guys another chance to try it again tomorrow.
So he tries to see if he could get one in the same day or whatever at the same time when the meeting was happening.
Yeah.
And obviously she says no. And he's like, screw this. So then he decides to just create his own ball game in his head with the boys. Yeah. And the boys all gather around him. They're all having a fun time, like, just imagining it. It's just fun. It's like watching, like, kids pretty much just have fun imagining stuff.
Yeah.
It was I really liked that scene. And I think that kind of showed kind of his character, despite the fact, he did some messed up stuff with the minor.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Maybe that's showing us that we're crazy and we need to be in a mental institution. No, maybe we need a lobotomy.
Oh, yeah, that happens, too. At the end of the movie, Jack Nicholson's character, again, shows these boys a good time before he leaves. They all, like, get booze and stuff and drinking. Jack Nicholson's character is like, why don't you get some here? Candy, show this man a good time. So that happens. They all get found out that there's ish everywhere.
Yeah.
There's trash everywhere throughout this whole asylum. The nurse lady comes back and her goons come back. And then they're looking for Billy. Find him with Candy. The boys are cheering him on. And, like, like this is a big thing for him.
Yeah.
And even his stutter started to go away. Then the lady tries to manipulate him again by saying,
You know, this is a terrible thing you did. You know I'm close with your mom.
but I don't really think he knew that, but she...
Yeah. I don't think she knew his mom at all. I think she was just using that to manipulate him and
Right.
make him confess
Mm-hmm.
and say who made him, do the deed with
Yeah.
Candy.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously he said Jack Nicholson's character.
And then they end up taking Billy away, assuming they're going to sedate him or something.
I think they were going to electrocute him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like what they did to Jack and the others.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, either way, the dude seemed to, I guess, realize that there's no way out of this place, so he just decided to kill her. And it made Nicholson mad to where he just ended up strangling that frickin' woman.
Yeah.
That frickin'
Almost
spawn
kills
of
her.
Satan almost kills her, almost chokes her out. And then he gets knocked out.
And then he comes back from somewhere. We don't know where, obviously. They
Right.
don't know
Probably
where
this-
in the building he is. But he comes back and you can tell he's brain dead because they performed a lobotomy on him.
Not gone without you, man. I wouldn't leave you here this way. You're coming with me.
So yeah, overall, this is probably one of my favorite movies from the 70s. It's definitely one of those films you can watch over and over again because it's just a really interesting character study. It's a really good story. As simple of a story it is, it's very good. I really enjoy the characters in this movie, and I really enjoy seeing like Jack Nicholson's character kind of develop in a weird way.
Yeah.
That I would not expect after, knowing what he's done as a person. It's kind of like he was treating these people better than the actual, people
Nurses
running
and, yeah.
the freaking mental institution.
Which that's a whole other conversation
Yeah.
in itself. Like, the movie, I know you said it was based on a book, right?
Yeah, it's based on a novel. Yeah, overall, I enjoy the directing of this movie. Cinematography is just kind of basic, but it didn't need to be too much because it's more of a character study movie, like I said. Yeah, overall, I really like everything about this movie, honestly. It's definitely one of those movies where it's hard to find anything to nitpick at because it's just so well done.
Yeah.
And that's why...
I think the pacing was great.
Yeah.
And the build-up was good. Yeah, this is a very, very, very surprising movie. I didn't expect to like it. Didn't really expect to hate it either. Just figured it's going to be a movie.
What would you... what would you give it?
An 11 out of 10.
11 out of 10, cool. That's what I'm giving it, an 11 out of 10.
This movie is really, really freaking good. The beginning soundtrack's so weird.
Oh, yeah. The soundtrack of the
The same thing
movie...
they use in the trailer.
Soundtrack of the movie is kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not really a lot of soundtrack in the movie. Like, it's mostly just people talking. Like I said, this is a character study movie. You're just there to watch the people. Nothing else really matters in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You're just watching these people do what they do, and you're trying to understand who they are.
Yep.
That's why I like the film, because it's one of those character study movies where you watch it and you're like, you kind of start questioning how you feel about certain people. And then you also see the horrors and the true reality of what was going on behind the scenes at these mental institutions.
Mm-hmm. I kind of get why they got rid of the whole program, but at
Yeah.
the same time, why didn't you just reform it?
Yep. They should have just made it better.
Yeah.
I understand why they were
Mm-hmm.
canceling these things, because now these people that were living there...
Out on the street, aimless.
Yeah, exactly.
Not knowing what to do.
Yeah, it's a very good movie. So if you haven't seen this movie, I recommend you watch it. I know we kind of spoiled it, but seeing it is different than hearing it from someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like actually experiencing what happened
yes,
in the movie.
you should watch the film and, obviously decide for yourself if you like it or not, but I think most of you will like this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think this movie speaks to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, watch the damn movie, please. That's our review of this film. You don't need to hear from anyone else, just us.
Yeah, just
Only
us.
our opinion matters.
And-
Okay, yep, that's it, guys. Peace out. Hope you all have a fantastic week and whatever. Merry Christmas. I don't care.
Good night.
Good night.